My name is Chuck Panzarella. I'm one of the attorneys with Consumer Action Law Group. Today, we're going to be talking about bad car sale practices and what we do to help people either get out of their contracts or get their money back, or both. These are some of the issues that we're looking for when people are calling us and asking if we can file a lawsuit. The top 5 or 6 issues are, number one, paying more than the advertised price. So if you see an ad for $15,000 and after you go in and wheel and deal, you notice that your contract price is more than $15,000, that is a violation. That's illegal. The other common occurrence is a breakdown off the lot. So you can get your car, drive away, check engine light comes on. Chances are, whether it happens within the first week or two or even in the first month, it's probably related to a problem that existed before they sold the car. And that's something that we can certainly file a claim for a lack of disclosure. Along the same lines, if you later find out that your car was in an accident, the dealer is required to disclose any accidents at the time of the sale. That's true for damage as well, particularly frame damage, which can also be very dangerous. That can be a safety issue. Another common problem is when the dealer tells you that you've got a warranty, whether it's 15, 30 days, it can be a 1-year warranty. And then later, when you have a problem with the car, you go back to the dealer and they tell you, oh, you know what, that is excluded, that's not covered by the warranty. That can be an issue. It's something that we can look into. In terms of problems that arise later, it really depends. If there are repairs that either aren't covered by the warranty or the dealer is just refusing to pay for repairs, that's something that we'll research and we'll look into. Another very common issue is what's called the 10-day rule in California. A lot of states have a variation where the dealer has a certain amount of time. Again, in California, it's 10 days for the dealer to find a bank that's going to finance the car loan. And if they can't get the financing in 10 days, then they have the right to call and say, you know what, let's bring the car back and let's tear up the contract. And they're required to give you back the down payment as if nothing ever happened. They're not entitled to any deductions for mileage outside of excessive mileage, or if there's any damage that's been caused within the 10 days, they can deduct for that. But the general rule, at least in California, is that the dealer has 10 days to get financing. If they don't, they can call and have you bring the car back. There's something called a yo-yo transaction, which is where they never really intend to get financing for the first deal because it's too good to be true, and they call you back in to do a second deal, which is usually a lot worse than the first deal. There's no requirement to sign a second contract. There is also nothing that allows the dealer to keep a down payment. A lot of times what they'll do is they'll call people and they'll say, look, you have to come back in. There's just been some technical issue and we need to just rewrite the contract for whatever reason. And they'll try to make it seem like it's going to be exactly the same. And 99% of the time, there's a pretty drastic change between the first and the second. So now let's talk a little bit about what we do when we get involved as your lawyer. Essentially, we have 3 goals in mind. One is to get a full refund for every penny that you paid, which is your down payment, your monthly payments, and any repairs. So keep your receipts, any improvements, if you've purchased anything. Our second goal is to really get rid of the contract. We want to tear it up and cancel it, and in legal terms, it's called a rescission. Our third goal, in some cases, when it's appropriate, we will push to have the dealer pay for repairs, and this is called a cash and keep. Essentially, when people feel that they're attached to the vehicle for whatever reason, or if they've, invested thousands of dollars into a car and it's something that they don't want to return, there is an option to have the dealer pay for either what's diminished value or for any kind of a loss that you've had to incur. We typically research every case once we have a call. The best way to approach The problem is to talk to one of us. Just give us a call. Our number is 818-254-8413. We do free evaluations. We do pretty in-depth research. We pull reports, VIN reports showing previous history, sales price, any recall, history of repairs, odometer reading, and most importantly, we look for accidents, flood damage, any kind of damage that the vehicle had sustained prior to the purchase. It's usually a pretty quick process for us to review documents and give you an answer. We're pretty selective about the cases that we take because we do work on a contingency basis, meaning we only get paid if we recover, and we do work on a percentage of fees. Give us a call, let us know if you're having any issues, and we're happy to talk to you. Thanks so much.